Hello, Heart Nation, and welcome to the 2024 Heart Cross Country Media Day. I'm your host, Heart correspondent Rich Linden. Next up, very excited to have with us MidAmerica Nazarene University head coach Jared Seckel, along with two outstanding student athletes, Cassie Reyes and Ken Morgan. Coach, athletes, how you doing today, and how's the weather in Olathe, Kansas?
We are doing good. We're doing good.
It's a little toasty out here.
Just a little toasty, huh? Are you,
A
A
little
little more,
more.
I guess. Super humid.
well,
Nothing to
Coach,
be.
yeah, you can handle it. Just hydrate, right? Hydrate your
Yep.
cross country runners. That's what blows my mind about cross country. You run through anything, whether it's 95 degrees or 50 degrees with a 30-mile-an-hour wind. You go. It's amazing. Well, Coach, how's preseason been? How's training going so far? How are you excited? How excited are you? I think you compete in just a couple of days. Is that right?
Yes, yeah. We will officially open up here on Friday. University of St. Mary's, not too far from us, which is great. Preseason was good. Preseason was really good. Got the chance to meet up with some of those that are a little bit more local, and they definitely put in their work over the summertime. So preseason was good. Here in season, a few bumps and bruises, nothing out of the ordinary. But for the most part, I think we're fit. We're ready to roll for this point of the season, especially for this meet coming up on Friday. And yeah, I'm excited just to see what they put down. They've worked really, really hard. I have my ideas of where they're going to be, but they're going to show us this Friday, which is exciting.
Love it. It is exciting. And it's great to start the season healthy and healthy and strong and going. So, Coach, introduce us to these two student athletes and tell us about, their impact and their leadership on the teams.
Yeah, absolutely. To my right of your guys' left is Cassie Reyes, ladies first, of course. She's a fifth-year senior here for MNU, so she's been around the block, played some soccer, then eventually transferred over for track and cross. Battled a lot of injuries, especially last year was in a boot for quite a while, and it was great to get her for the spring outdoor season last year, and she's been healthy. She's been consistent. We have quite a young women's team this year, so having her in her role as being a fifth-year senior, have a lot of experience with the school, with the program, dealing with myself and our little shenanigans here and there. It's been great. She's going to be a really big leader for us. She's definitely up there with the ladies in the front, pushing them through practice, and she'll be a big, big asset for us this fall. Excited to see her start to roll here and keep her healthy is the goal. Then this man right here, Ken Morgan, great guy, definitely leader. He's shown up. He's a sophomore, so he's a young guy, but no problem in the morning. He leads our band routines. He's definitely, I would say, a spiritual leader on our team, which has been great to see him just put up a great summer. He's been at the highest mileage he's ever been at, and
Wow.
He's someone else I'm really excited just to see roll. I think he's going to surprise. He's going to surprise myself, his teammates, and others. They both are. So
We're ready to roll.
You go. Yeah.
Well, Cassie, let me start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, where are you from originally? And sounds like you were a soccer player. So how was this transition? What got you into cross country?
Yeah, I'm from Olathe, Kansas, so it's my hometown actually.
Okay.
Like 5 minutes away from campus, which is awesome. Um, I originally started off with soccer, and I only did running just to stay fit for soccer, so it's kind of funny. And I always told myself I would never run in college because running is just not for me. Soccer is all the way. But with just a lot of just time with like injuries and everything, just a lot of reflection. I think the Lord brought me to be full-time runner, and so here I am, and I've loved the switch, no regret. Do I miss soccer on the day? Yeah, but I mean I get to play for fun, and I get to actually volunteer and coach at Havencroft Elementary, really a school nearby. So
Nice.
pretty awesome that I'm still plugged in with soccer, and then a full-time runner.
I love it. Well, Ken, you're also from Gardner, Kansas, just right down the road from MNU. So I'll just ask both of you then, how much of a blessing is it to be able to be a student athlete in college, competing and going to school, but also being close to home and to that family support? How much of a blessing is that? Talk about it a little bit. Ken, you go ahead and start.
Yeah, for sure. I'd say it's definitely a blessing. I definitely love my family. I love being home, and so for me to be able to stay home for another 4 years and enjoy mom's cooking for another 4 years, that's definitely a blessing for sure.
Oh yeah.
And so just to be able to be with the team and then also be able to visit family at the same time throughout the year is definitely something that I enjoy.
Yeah. What about you, Cassie?
Yeah, I can agree with Ken more. Like, I love that. I mean, I get to be with my family, and then I can be close to my second family, which is here, my teammates. Doing fun things with both, and having my grandma's cooking and my mom's and dad's. So it's really nice. It's a big blessing.
Well, then neither one of you mentioned this, but I was just thinking, well, you also have the added advantage on race day. You got family close by to come on race day to
Yeah.
support you and to get loud and to give you that. So that's awesome. Well, Coach, you've been around the Heart for a couple years now. Talk about the competitiveness in the Heart Conference and the high level of the teams that you face during conference play.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say definitely now been in the starting year 3 into the Hart Conference. From year 1 to now, it's consistently the competitiveness has skyrocketed. I think would be the best word that I could use. On each side, with the men's team and with the women's team especially, it's exciting for me. I do like a challenge. I like to develop the runners that we have and look to bring in extra talent with people that fit our team culture, that fit our university and our mission. So it's always fun just to kind of see how the conference has grown. Especially on the women's side, it's really cool. We got 2 teams in our conference that are nationally ranked right now for preseason polls, which is exciting. Get some representation for the region, for our conference, for the Heart for sure. And then we'll see how the stuff changes. I'm sure we'll get some men ranked in there from our conference. Heard a lot of good things. Got to connect with some of the coaches at the Heart Summit conference here last month at the end of July. So yeah, the competitiveness is skyrocket again. It's the word I'm going to use, and I wouldn't surprise me if it continues to go on that same trajectory here for the next few years.
Well, let's talk about the Heart Summit. Just a few weeks ago, MidAmerica Nazarene University Athletic Department honored for capturing their first ever Heart Commissioners Cup as the top athletics department in the conference. How much did that mean to you and the whole staff to earn that honor?
Yeah, when Nick Rule when he announced that, I heard him say MidAmerica. I saw the school logo pop up on the screen, and I looked at the track coaches beside me, and we were kind of like, and he asked us to go up, and we were like, oh, that's us. Like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, when it was for that to be the first one ever, it was, especially for me, just to be here at this school in the Heart. It's an honor. It really is a tremendous honor. I think the best way we described it to our student athletes at the all athlete meeting is it kind of feels like a Super Bowl win. And, in the most part, out of all the other out of all the other teams, great programs, great coaching staff and athletic departments throughout the conference, for us to win the Commissioners Cup, and for the first time ever,
Right.
it was a shock. And then it's also when we realized that, yeah, it happened. It's just a tremendous blessing. We weren't
That's
expecting it at
amazing.
all, which makes it that much more special.
Yeah, well, congratulations. That's awesome. Well, let's get back to the season. Cross country, the season is so long, and it can be so grueling. So, Coach, what's your approach to training and preparing these athletes, both physically, of course, but the big mental part? What's your approach to training and preparing them physically and mentally to handle the demands of cross country?
Yeah, that's a great question. I definitely am a guy, and I'm sure these two could attest to this, that I much rather have some fun than work hard. But I do understand that at points of the season, we do put in the work. I usually don't ever have to question on either side, the women's team or our men's team. They put in the work as much as we can. We want to implement it even more this year. Is kind of our goal, is just to do more team hangouts, have some time to where we don't talk school necessarily, we don't talk athletics, we talk life. And that happens with, they want to stop by my office. They do that all the time. Going to work into some team hangouts here just to de-stress a little bit. And then as far as
Right
the
on.
performance side of things is just I'm a big planner, so I like to have the season planned out as far as the workouts that we're doing, when we're racing, how we're racing, what's the game plan, and then I just how they're feeling. Really, it's their bodies and their minds. They're gonna feel what they're feeling at that point. That lets me know, am I doing something well for them, or if I'm not. It's been a pretty organic process the past 2 years in a row, and now here at the year 3, I think we're dialed in with the group that we got. We'll figure out the newcomers as we go, and then just make sure that, like you mentioned, making sure that the mental piece, their mind is
Right.
set first, their hearts is set first, and then the physical piece, the competition takes care of itself.
So detailed planning and then flexibility to let them shine and move and grow within that. Awesome. Well, it sounds like you're a big family, and tight knit. But I have one last question for both our athletes. Race day, because it sounds like you have a lot of fun too. I'll start with Ken. Are there any teammates, including yourself, that have any weird rituals, superstitions, traditions, things that they do on race day to get themselves prepped for that gun?
That's a good question. I would say for our men's team, I can't think of any teammate that has any like abstract or abnormal ritual. I would say we're pretty traditional. Before every race, we always huddle together as a men's team. We say a prayer because we realize that we need the Lord. Even if we're able-bodied and we're athletic, we still need God to race the best that we can and honor Him with that. And so we always pray. I pray to myself. I pray to the Lord by myself as
Right.
well before a race too. And so I think our main tradition is always just prayer.
I see that. Well, Cassie, I saw you laughing. How about your team?
Yeah. Well,
Anything your team does?
yeah, well, we have a lot of new freshmen, so we still are gonna figure it out. But for like me, myself, and like the other three returners, we like to get really hype on our way there. We have this one song. I mean, it kind of switches up kind of by the years. So we have like just a song that we always just play before like anything, like on the way there we start it, and on the way like when we're about to like get in the parking lot and just get off, we just listen to it, jam out, get out the car, and we're like, here we go, game mode, and we do a big prayer.
Awesome.
Just yeah, that's kind of it.
I love it. Well, hey, season's kicking off in 2 days. Can't wait. I'm hyped. I'm pumped on this. I know Pioneer Nation's going to love this as well. And thanks for taking the time to be with us today and to share out some things. Can't wait to see the rest of the season. Good luck, man, and we'll see you soon.
Perfect.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you, sir.